A Microsoft survey has revealed to us what we've known all along. Old people, bosses, think that people working from home are less productive and fail to see that the reality is quite the opposite. In a statement to the BBC, Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella explained, "We have to get past what we describe as productivity paranoia, because all of the data we have shows that 80% plus of the individual people feel they're very productive, except their management thinks that they're not productive." When management thinks that people are not being productive simply because they cannot look over the shoulders of those who are doing the actual work, it says more about the manager than the person they are gauging the productivity of. That means there is a real disconnect in terms of the expectations and what they feel. There is indeed a disconnect between the managers and the managed. People working remotely understand more than any other demographic that productivity is king, and being able to work from an environment that is by definition customized to the individual's needs and comforts will result in the best output. In contrast, we have so-called managers who define worker productivity by attendance, as if people's places of work are like schools to which the employees they treat like children are supposed to go to. This is easily explained by seniority at companies having at least some correlation with age. And unfortunately, we live in a society where we still have to suffer a generation of managers that didn't grow up with modern technology. Technology that allows people to work and collaborate remotely and do so more effectively than going into the office. Mr. Nadella further explained, "We had 70,000 people who joined Microsoft during the pandemic, and they sort of saw Microsoft through the lens of the pandemic. And now when we think about the next phase, you need to re-energize them, re-recruit them, help them form social connections." There has to be some sort of multifaceted aspect to a tech CEO's takes on remote work, because a part of me is hoping that he is just trying to be polite and trying to relate to a generation of technology illiterate boomer managers. Microsoft has Teams, a piece of software that's basically Discord with collaboration features. If you want to form social connections, you can do so at the click of a button. The BBC article concludes with this, going back to the original problem of workers and managers disagreeing on the productivity of remote work. As you might expect, alongside its new observations, Microsoft has new products aimed at easing this potential mismatch in expectations. It is focusing on helping companies' younger workers feel a sense of belonging to and an ability to learn in an organization in the way staff did in the past. This is in reference to Microsoft Viva, a product aimed at making it easier to organize and manage teams and their goals. Its new Viva software, for example, allows direct contact to senior managers, online teaching, and a channel to share personal photos, somewhat like a company intranet site with bells on to ring in a new world of work which employers in particular are struggling to navigate. This, of course, tells us the true direction that managers should take. In a world with increasing sophistication of remote work software, they need to let go of old world notions of dragging people back into the office if they want to stay competitive. Products like Microsoft Viva are, in essence, a fancy repackaging of what should now be traditional communication tools: email, chat, shared documents. While it's not a necessary tool to maintain a cohesive work environment where people can feel part of an organization, if that's what it takes to get the Luddites to adopt the 21st century way of doing things, I'm all for it. Microsoft itself is stuck in the twilight zone. Work from home is allowed by default up to 50% of the time, with additional time requiring negotiation with management. As someone who uses Microsoft products to work from home 100% of the time, I can only hope that Microsoft executives wake up and realize that the products they are selling us are good enough to run the whole company remotely, online, all the time, everywhere, without restrictions. Before ending the video, I'd like to quote an excellent response a Redditor has made in response to one of the many threads this topic has spawned. "It's easy to know who is slacking off at home. They're the same people who are slacking off at the office. But accepting that means that it's not the threat of the manager that makes the people productive." That's it for this video. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and until next time, work from home.